And more from Radio Row here in preparation for Super Bowl 59 continues with Front Office Sports. I'm Baker Machado, and we're joined now by Washington Commanders defensive tackle F.A. Obada here in New Orleans. F.A., good to see you, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for having me.
More important question,
Yes.
How is your health? We know you obviously had a lot of injuries over the course of the last year. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I broke my leg, but can't stop. Broken leg won't stop me.
No, of course not. Of course not. So all expectations will be for a healthy next coming season.
Exactly.
Obviously, yesterday, big day for the Commanders. Jayden Daniels winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Clearly put up an incredible season for him. What was your take on him winning this award last night?
It's something we all expected that. We all knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of time for him to be crowned and everyone to just see it.
You've been on the Commanders for a couple seasons and you've seen highs and lows. What was it that this last season gave to your team? Was it Dan Quinn? Was it Jayden Daniels that changed the sort of trajectory for the team?
I think it was a combination of ownership, investing in and believing in the team. The head coach, of course, Dan Quinn, and his mindset. You're not taking anything from the Rivera era. I think Rivera is a great coach, but I'm just saying he came in and built a place, an environment of competition and brotherhood, and then also the free agents that they chose. Great guys, leadership, hard workers that were able to set the standard, and then our approach as well. In OTAs, everybody was focused on getting to know each other as opposed to the scheme, and then later on in the season, that just created an amazing bond. So when we faced adversity, we just rallied around each other instead of turning against each other, and that can be very toxic for an organization.
I mean, what a run you guys had. I mean, one game away from you being at this big one here. So I'm sure that hurts, but I'm sure it also makes you really motivated to sort of see the trajectory that this team is going on. Let's switch gears and talk about NFL Africa. I know this is something that's very near and dear to your heart because you were the very first player in the player pathway program to make an active NFL roster. Talk a little bit about the significance of that and how now NFL Africa is creating this pipeline for players just like yourself to now fulfill their dreams of being in this league.
It was huge for me. When I found American football, and I loved it. For everyone that finds American football outside of America, there is a ceiling, there is a cap. Eventually it's gonna either be you have to commit and make that trip over there to America and find a way in, or it's just gonna be something that you do recreationally. To be able to have a program or initiative that gives me the opportunity and says, okay, there is a way in, and I didn't go to college and I didn't go to high school and I didn't take that conventional route. It just gives hope. It gives hope for so many people, and for the expansion to go to Africa and all these initiatives and giving opportunities. It's huge. It's instrumental. Like, I know it's an American sport, American football, but there's people around the world, and also with the expansion, there's going to be kids from the younger generation now that's going to be like, well, I might not play soccer, I might not fit the mold, become a bigger, heavier set guy.
True.
And all these things, but American football accommodates that, and it gives opportunity. And now, with the expansion and all these different things, there just needs to be more avenues for these players and these kids that want to play, that are chasing, that want to be like a Mahomes, that want to be like a Jayden Daniels, or F.A. Obada.
Yeah, exactly. Amen.
So I think the IPP program is an amazing initiative, and it needs to continue to grow, and hopefully maybe have a league.
Well, look, that's a great question. Do you think you could? There is, because look, there's clearly a pipeline. I think there's like 6 or 7 guys already on NFL rosters right now. But I know expansion for NFL Africa has gone to Nigeria and other places. Where do you sort of see this sort of going? Is it a league?
I hope so. Now I'm just happy that there's a program. I'm happy that now African Americans or minority Americans are able to even express their culture on the decal, on their helmets. They're able to express where they come from now. But I don't know. I think obviously NFL has the monopoly on what it is, and it's designed that way for a reason. But maybe not a league, maybe a school. Maybe because in the UK we have the NFL Academy. Maybe they invest in those sort of programs that on a grassroots level that would be able to support and accommodate whether it be flag football or NFL, and so that the talent pool just expands.
Absolutely. F.A., we'll get you out of here on this. I know the losing to the Eagles is tough, but they're winning on Sunday. Who do you have winning this game?
I'm not going to bet against Mahomes, but at the same time, I'm not going to choose a divisional rival.
Right.
Especially how, they're the ones that knocked us out.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 50-50. It's just who performs on the day and who's able to win their matchups.
Yeah, either way, going to be a great game. Pick 'em, as you mentioned, to watch what happens. And if the three-peat does, in fact, happen. F.A., such a pleasure to have you here. Congratulations. We're rooting for you for next season as well. F.A. Obada, the defensive tackle for the NFL. And we got a lot more interviews coming your way from Radio Row right here with Front Office Sports.